right, all my people, can I get a hello? It's your boy Seek. I'm representing the Hello Effect podcast. Also the Worldwide Fleet DJs, also DigiWax Media. We outside, the only place to be if you're trying to be seen and heard on the Wednesdays, New Music Wednesdays. Who I got the pleasure sitting next to right now?
What up, y'all? DJ Sus One, the feature presentation. I'm here representing for DigiWax, my team over here, my fam. Shout out to my brother CL. What's up, my brother?
All right, how you feeling? Happy New Year, first and foremost. How you feeling today, man?
I'm all right, my brother. Just chilling.
All right. You know. For the young folks that might not know where you from, where you coming from, like where you.
So I'm originally from Brooklyn, but I can't rep Brooklyn. I moved away from Brooklyn. I was like 9 years old, and then I moved up to Westchester, shout to Greenberg, and that's how me and CL grew up together. So that's why I rep. Shout to the whole 914.
That's what's up. So how did you get into DJing? Like how did you fall in love with it?
I fell in love with it just looking at the pioneers and my heroes. Shout to Kid Capri, shout to Ron G. Shout out to my brother DJ Clue. Shout out to Funkmaster Flex. Shout out to DJ SNS. Shout out to all those podcasts. And really Kid Capri at the end. First of all, I used to listen to Ron G mixtapes, which heavily inspired me. Shout out to the legendary Ron G. And then Kid Capri, I used to watch him at the end of Def Comedy Jam and seeing him scratch and the dancers, and it used to make me go crazy. So
that made you want to pick it up and just take off with it?
Yeah, made me want to pick it up. I always had a love for music, but that made me want to pick up DJing. One of the many reasons.
All right, so how did you get on though? Like, did somebody help you out, or you just was?
There's no real one answer there. It was a long journey. I started off in the mixtape game. Shout out to everybody that remembers the mixtape era.
Yeah.
I also interned at the beginning, and I interned for Sony Music, Epic Records, Columbia Records. I interned for Cornerstone Promotion before it became The Fader. Rest in peace to Rob Stone. And I worked my way up from there. Was doing mixtapes. And that's how I started, really. And then I just got in the game. Then my radio career started in Hartford.
Okay.
I finagled the clubs. I started in the clubs. I started in the mixtape scene, finagled my way in that. I was opening up for the openers. I was DJing for free. This is a long time ago. And then I finagled my way after the clubs into radio in Connecticut, and then into radio in New York City on Power 105.1, where you can still catch me to this day. And then I ended up on television on the Sherry Show. I also DJ for Mariah Carey, and it's been a long journey. There's no one answer, but
yeah. So what still drives your passion though? Because I understand, like, when we first start something and we do it for a long time, it gotta be something that still fuels that fire to make you want to DJ.
I just love music, brother. Yeah, like I love music, and I just love the DJ in the hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes me want to DJ. I love the response from the audience when I get on them turntables and I play a record that maybe they haven't heard in a long time or blah, blah, blah. I still love that energy.
All right, so let's talk about current hip-hop then. What you loving right now? What's in your personal playlist?
You know what's crazy? I'm really listening to more... I have to be honest, I'm listening to more classic hip-hop at the moment.
Why, though? Let's speak on it real quick.
Yeah.
I said why, though? Let's speak on it real quick. Why classic? Not to knock nothing that's new. You know what I mean?
It's just...
Because you're a DJ. You got a huge responsibility. You know what I mean? So I just want to know personally.
It's just that some of the more classic hip-hop from the 90s, the early 2000s, the mid-2000s, to me, had a little bit more creativity and originality. Now, there's some people I like from today, but you're asking me what I listen to on a regular basis. I've been listening to more mid-2000s, early 2000s, 90s. That's just what the vibe I've been on lately.
All right, so other than DJing, what you got going on other than DJing?
So I'm on television on the Sherry Shepherd Show. We're on Monday through Friday on Fox, in New York, but we're nationally syndicated, so just check your local listings to see what channel we're on in your area. I'm on Power 105.1, which is DJing. I'm working on my first movie because I want to get into the movie business, so I'm working on that at the moment. And and I got music out, so you can go check on your Spotify or your Apple Music. Just search DJ Sus One. I got records out, and we're always working.
What about any artists? Like, do you got like a label? You know what I mean? Because you love the music.
Feature Presentation Studios is the company. It's music and movies.
Okay.
We put out a few artists, but right now I'm focused on the movie side of things.
All right. So when can we expect the movies? You got any date?
Right now we're in pre-production. We just finished the script. We're working out the pre.
Now you can go. She's saying we got 1 minute left. Now you could go. She's
I thought you said 1 second.
No.
We're working on the pre-production, so I'm hoping that we could have this is my first journey with it. So in a perfect world, I'm hoping that we can see something by next year. But once again, it's my entrance into the game. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, this is my one last question before we get up out of here. Name one thing that you love about current hip-hop and name one thing that you miss about hip-hop.
What I miss about hip-hop?
Yeah, do you miss anything about it?
Yeah, what I miss about hip-hop is originality. You know, I'm not going to say there's no originality today. There is a handful, but back in the era that I came up in, it was looked down upon to ever sound like anybody.
That's a fact.
To ever sound like anybody. Today, there's a lot of there's a handful of original people, but a lot of people are trying to sound like other people because they're doing it just for the money and not the art and not the creativity. So that's the one thing I miss about hip hop. What I do like about today's hip hop, though, is that I like the independent feel about it, where people can just go to the audience themselves. They don't have to go through a gatekeeper. You know, there's pros and cons to that because sometimes people who shouldn't be on is on.
That's a fact.
But also there's a lot of energy that we're discovering that's nice and talented that maybe gatekeepers would have held back. So that's the good thing about hip-hop in this era. That's
a fact. I appreciate your time. Just let them know where they can follow you and support you and reach out.
Yeah, follow me at DJ Sus1 on all social media. Instagram predominantly, you know what I'm saying? Check me out on tour Mariah Carey throughout the whole year. Check me out on Power 105.1 in New York. Check me out on Jammin' in Boston. Check me out on Live 97.5 in Salisbury, Maryland. Check me out. Did I say Sherry Show? Check me out on the Sherry Show Monday through Friday on Fox or whatever. If you're out of the East Coast, just check your local listing, see what channel we are on in your area. And just follow me. I got so much stuff going on. I can't name everything, but follow your boy.
That's a fact. Make sure you tap in. Once again, it's your boy Seek. I'm representing the Hello Effect Podcast. Make sure you don't miss out on this interview.